Hey everyone! Today we're tackling one of the most common issues dog owners face: excessive barking. Whether your dog barks at every squirrel, stranger, or shadow, we've all been there. The good news is that barking is completely natural behavior, but the even better news is that it can definitely be managed. I'm going to share 5 proven methods that actually work to reduce excessive barking. These aren't quick fixes or magic tricks. They require patience and consistency, but they're effective when applied correctly. Before we dive in, remember that some barking is normal and healthy. We're not trying to create silent dogs, we just want to manage when and how much they bark. Also, it's important to understand why your dog is barking in the first place. Are they alerting you to something? Are they bored, anxious, excited? Understanding the root cause will help you choose the right approach. Let's get started. Method 1. The quiet command training. The first method is teaching your dog the quiet command. And this is probably the most versatile technique you can learn. The key here is timing and positive reinforcement, not punishment. Start by letting your dog bark naturally. Don't try to stop them initially. Just observe. When they pause for even a second, immediately say, "Quiet," in a calm, firm voice, and reward them with a treat and praise. The timing is absolutely crucial here. You want to reward the exact moment they stop barking, even if it's just for a brief pause. Practice this during low-level barking situations first. Don't start with the mailman or a thunderstorm. Start when your dog gives a casual bark at something mild. Say quiet, wait for that pause, then reward immediately. The treat should be something really high value that your dog absolutely loves. Gradually increase the length of time they need to stay quiet before getting the reward. Start with 1 second of silence, then build up to 3 seconds, then 5, then 10. This teaches them that quiet means stop barking and stay silent for a period of time. The most common mistake people make with this method is rewarding too late or trying to use it during high excitement situations before the dog has learned the command properly. Practice during calm moments first, then gradually work up to more challenging situations. Some dogs learn this command in a few days, others might take several weeks. Every dog is different, so don't get discouraged if progress seems slow. Consistency is more important than speed. Make sure everyone in your household uses the same command word and timing. Method 2. Remove the trigger or block the view. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. If your dog barks at things they see outside, management can be a game changer. This method works particularly well for territorial barking or alert barking. Identify what triggers your dog's barking. Is it people walking by the front window? Other dogs in the yard? Delivery trucks? Once you know the triggers, you can work on eliminating or reducing them. For window barking, consider using frosted window film, closing blinds, or moving your dog's favorite perch away from the trigger window. I know some people worry this makes their dog less effective as a guard dog, but a dog that barks at everything is actually a less effective guard dog than one who barks only when necessary. If your dog barks at people or dogs passing by the fence, you might need to block their view with privacy screening or move them to a different area of the yard during peak trigger times. This isn't about punishment. It's about setting your dog up for success by removing temptation. For indoor triggers, you can use baby gates to limit access to certain rooms during high trigger times. For example, if your dog always barks at the mail carrier from the living room window, use a baby gate to keep them in the kitchen during mail delivery time. The key is being proactive rather than reactive. Don't wait for the barking to start. Prevent the trigger situation from occurring in the first place. This method works especially well when combined with other training techniques. Method 3. Redirect their energy and attention. A tired dog is usually a quieter dog. Many barking problems stem from boredom, excess energy, or lack of mental stimulation. This method focuses on addressing the underlying cause rather than just the symptom. First, make sure your dog is getting enough physical exercise. A 20-minute walk around the block might not be enough for a high-energy breed. They might need an hour of vigorous exercise, running, or playing fetch. Different breeds have different exercise needs, so research your dog's specific requirements. Mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise, and it's often overlooked. Puzzle toys, training sessions, and interactive games can tire out your dog's brain. A 15-minute training session can be as exhausting as a 30-minute walk for many dogs. When you notice your dog starting to get worked up and potentially heading toward a barking episode, Redirect their attention to something positive. Call them over for a quick training session, give them a puzzle toy, or engage them in a game. Teaching your dog an incompatible behavior can be really effective. It's hard for a dog to bark when they're holding a toy in their mouth or focusing intently on a training exercise. Have your dog fetch their favorite toy when they start getting excited about potential triggers. Create a daily routine that includes both physical exercise and mental challenges. Dogs thrive on routine, and when they know what to expect, they're generally calmer and less reactive to unexpected stimuli. The timing of exercise matters too. If your dog typically has barking episodes in the evening, try increasing their afternoon exercise or mental stimulation to tire them out before the problematic time period. Method 4. Desensitization and counter-conditioning. This method is particularly effective for dogs who bark out of fear, anxiety, or overexcitement. The goal is to change your dog's emotional response to their triggers, turning negative associations into positive ones. Start by identifying your dog's specific triggers and their threshold distance. This is the distance at which your dog notices the trigger but doesn't react with barking yet. For example, your dog might bark at other dogs when they're 20 feet away, but only watch calmly when they're 50 feet away. Work at that threshold distance with positive associations. When your dog sees their trigger but isn't barking yet, immediately give them something amazing. High-value treats, praise, play, whatever makes your dog happiest. You want them to start thinking, other dog equals good things happening to me. Very gradually decrease the distance over multiple training sessions. If your dog starts barking, you've moved too close, too fast. Back up to a distance where they're calm and continue working there until they're consistently positive at that distance. This process takes time, sometimes weeks or months, depending on how ingrained the barking behavior is and how strong your dog's emotional response to the trigger is. Don't rush it. Moving too fast can actually make the problem worse by creating more negative associations. For sound triggers like doorbell or thunder, you can use recordings played at very low volumes initially, gradually increasing the volume as your dog becomes comfortable and positive about the sounds. The key is changing the emotion behind the behavior, not just suppressing the barking. When you successfully change how your dog feels about their triggers, the barking naturally decreases because they're no longer stressed, fearful, or overexcited by those stimuli. Method 5. The turn away and ignore technique. This method works particularly well for attention-seeking barking or demand barking. Some dogs learn that barking gets them what they want, whether it's food, attention, or playtime. The concept is simple but requires discipline from you. When your dog starts barking for attention, you completely ignore them. Turn your back. Don't make eye contact. Don't speak to them, and don't touch them. You become a boring statue. The moment they stop barking, even for just a second, you turn around and give them positive attention. Pet them, praise them, or give them what they were asking for if it's appropriate. The message you're sending is, quiet behavior gets you what you want. Barking makes me go away. This technique often gets worse before it gets better. Your dog might bark longer or louder initially because they're confused about why their usual strategy isn't working. This is called an extinction burst, and it's completely normal. The key is to stay consistent and not give in. Everyone in your household needs to be on board with this approach. If one person ignores the barking while another person gives attention, you're actually teaching your dog to bark longer and louder because sometimes it works. Never use this method if your dog is barking due to fear, pain, or a real need, like needing to go outside for bathroom breaks. This technique is specifically for attention-seeking or manipulative barking. Some dogs learn this quickly within a few days, while others might take several weeks. Stay patient and consistent. The moment you give in to the barking, you've reset the training process and taught your dog that persistence pays off. Combining methods and consistency tips. Here's the thing about stopping excessive barking. One method alone might not be enough. Most successful training programs combine several of these techniques based on the specific situation and the individual dog. For example, you might use the quiet command during training sessions, remove visual triggers during the day, ensure adequate exercise every morning, and ignore attention-seeking barking in the evenings. Different situations might call for different approaches. Consistency is absolutely crucial. If you work on training all week but let things slide on weekends, you're confusing your dog and slowing down progress. Everyone who interacts with your dog needs to understand and follow the same rules. Keep a barking journal for a week or two. Note when your dog barks, what triggered it, how long it lasted, and what stopped it. This information will help you identify patterns and choose the most effective methods for your specific situation. Don't expect overnight results. Changing barking behavior typically takes several weeks to several months, depending on how ingrained the behavior is and how consistent you are with training. Some improvement should be noticeable within the first week or two, but significant change takes time. Remember that some setbacks are normal. Your dog might have a really good week followed by a challenging day. Don't get discouraged. Training is rarely a straight line of improvement. What not to do and common mistakes. Before we wrap up, let's talk about some common mistakes that can actually make barking problems worse. Never yell at your dog to stop barking. To your dog, you're just joining in the barking party. They don't understand that you're trying to quiet them down. Yelling often increases excitement and makes barking worse. Avoid using shock collars or other punishment-based tools. These might suppress barking temporarily, but they often create anxiety, fear, and can lead to other behavioral problems. They also don't address the underlying reason for the barking. Don't comfort your dog when they're barking out of fear or anxiety by petting them and saying, "It's okay." This can actually reinforce the anxious behavior. Instead, stay calm and confident yourself and redirect their attention to something positive. Never give your dog what they want while they're barking. If they bark for food and you feed them, or they bark to go outside and you immediately let them out, you're teaching them that barking works. Don't expect immediate results and then give up after a few days. Behavior change takes time, and consistency over weeks is more important than perfect technique for a few days. Conclusion and final tips. Stopping excessive barking requires patience, consistency, and understanding your individual dog's needs and motivations. The 5 methods we covered today, the quiet command, removing triggers, redirecting energy, desensitization, and ignoring attention-seeking, barking, are all proven techniques that work when applied correctly. Remember, some barking is normal and healthy. We want to manage excessive barking, not eliminate all vocalization. A dog who never barks might actually have other issues. If you've tried these methods consistently for several weeks without improvement, or if your dog's barking seems to be getting worse, consider consulting with a professional dog trainer or veterinary behaviorist. Sometimes an outside perspective can identify issues we miss. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more dog training content. Drop a comment below and let me know which method worked best for your pup. Until next time, keep training and stay patient.